the opponent baits again. What is this? Stop baiting each other. That's for no. Don't do that. They're baiting each other with their wax. They're whacking each other off. Interesting facts that I'll never need to know. All right, so going with the Machoke. Oh god. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shrady and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some stuff and some things. Nothing's wrong. Nope. One sec. Okay, sorry about that. My camera was malfunctioning apparently, and then I tried to fix it, but then it said, "You're orange now." So, I'm orange now. So today we're going to be taking a look at some battles that were submitted to me by a member of our community, and he has one of the coolest in-game names I've ever seen in my life. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the featured Pokemon. So today we're going to be featuring a shiny, best buddy, almost perfect Lickitung in the Kanto Cup. So Lickitung is, the last time I checked, it was rated like number 2 on, let me just check real quick. Never mind. Okay, it is ranked number 1 on PvPoke. And I've only seen one video done about it by Vergy, which, you know, shout out to Vergy. I stole one of his teams before, the Hypno, Focus Blast, Munchlax, and Scrafty line in the Great League. Stole that from him. So he's a cool dude. Go check him out. Link in the description probably. So let's take a look at the team that, I'll get into his name here in a second. We'll talk about his name in 1 minute. Let's get into the, no, look at his name. You're not allowed to yet. Alright, so he's going to be running Machoke in the lead. Not any Machoke, a purified Machoke with Return. Karate Chop, Return, and Dynamic Punch. And then he's got a best buddy, almost perfect, shiny Lickitung with a legacy move, Lick, Body Slam, and Power Whip. And yes, Body Slam is a legacy move. It was only available for like 1 day in raids, so if you don't have one, well, you're kind of shit out of luck. And then he's got Alolan Marowak in the back with Fire Spin, Bone Club, and Shadow Ball. So I'm excited. Let's go check these out. All right. So, and oh yeah, his name, I Am the Licker. If you guys have ever watched Trailer Park Boys, then you know why I think that's funny.
Mr. Lee, is this you talking or the liquor? Randy. I am the liquor.
Alright, so I am the liquor. Randy. Alright, so go up. This is a terrible lead. Okay, so he's going to switch into his Lickitung. Unfortunately, Lickitung's really like his only solid response to this Mew. And this Mew's probably going to go for a wild charge and then bail. Let's see. It is a wild charge. How? Oh, Lickitung, you beast! And he got the CMP type. Very nice timing on that body slam there, because now it forces the opponent to shield. And there's a Wigglytuff going to come in. Wigglytuff's going to do a pretty okay here, because the licks are going to be double resisted because that partial normal typing, that actually did a lot of damage though. Did more damage coming, I don't know. It's about the same, and he gets to another body slam. That's really nice. So Wigglytuff's pretty good against his whole team as well. I mean, like, Alolan Marowak beats it, but it's in the zero shield it loses. But he should be able to farm this thing down. Doesn't really have to shield this, but could if he wanted to. He's going to go ahead and shield to preserve some of the health here, because he knows that he's going to need a little bit of health to deal with that Mew when it comes back in. And he's got a ton of energy now, so he should be able to get to 2. Is it Shadow Ball or Shadow Bone? Oh, I put the wrong moveset over there. It's Shadow Bone, but that's fine. So he's going to go ahead and bait with the Bone Club and then hit the Shadow Bone. This should be taking out the Mew. It's a very nice bait there. This, like I said, Mew is a problem for a lot of teams. And I guess it died. I don't know what happened there. And then I think at this point he can just, yeah, go for a... Oh, he tried to sack, but whatever. He's going to have to throw anyway. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to, but he did. It doesn't KO. Wow, it actually... Okay. You go for a Dynamic Punch. I guess you kind of have to. How much damage is this double resisted Dynamic? Okay, that's not that much. Oh, but the opponent throws, so that's kind of nice, because now he's going to be able to get to this. He already has a Shadow Bone loaded at this point, and doesn't really matter. The opponent's going to farm down, undercharges that Bone Club, which is pretty nice. But he's got a shield, so this is a clear-cut win. God, I look so green. I thought it was orange, but I'm green. Maybe I'm secretly the Hulk. No, probably not. Probably not. No. I couldn't be, right? You guys would tell me if I was the Hulk, right? Alright, anyway. Alright, going into the next battle here. This Lickitung is 1425 with the best buddy boost. So, yeah, and this is the reason why I don't think I've seen many people covered it, because it's first of all, it's a legacy. So if you even have one, And then if you want to use it, you really need like close to a perfect one. So if you didn't do like 100 raids on that day or get lucky on that day when they had the raids, then yeah, you're not going to have one. And also you got to max it out and possibly best buddy it. Okay, so Machoke looks like it's pretty strong here, and I would have switched out if I was the Lapras. I think maybe they're just confused, have no idea what to do here. This Dynamic Punch is going to do a ton of damage. It looks like he doesn't even have to shield that first Surf that's coming through. And this Karate Chop is like, I'm surprised. I really thought it would be a worse move. I know it's obviously way worse than Counter is. It gets both shields, that's perfect. I'm okay with going down there. Now we can come in, probably farm down with the Lickitung. Possibly gonna get hit by a Skull Bash here. I wasn't counting the Ice Shards. Let's see. It's just a Surf. Alright, so that barely does anything, my lord. Okay, so Lickitung looks like the reason it's so good is because Snorlax is good, right? It's basically just a better version of Snorlax in the Great League. Like, it's even, I would even say it might be like kind of like a better Munchlax even. The opponent switches into, this was a terrible idea for the Sandslash here. I don't know how many Powder Snows this guy threw, but it is a Bulldoze, so very nice shield there. But yeah, gonna go ahead and hit none of the bubbles here since that was a CMP tie, so we can get some extra farm, and then you should be able to farm this thing down because the Fire Spins are double super effective, and doesn't even have to get hit by an Ice Punch. And Alolan Muck is gonna come in, and he's gonna throw a couple Bone Clubs here before the opponent throws a Dark Pulse at him to take him out. And can he get to another one? He does get to another one, but does Alolan Muck win CMP? I did not know that. I really thought that it would. Okay. The opponent switches into the Lapras. Very nice to catch his Body Slam. He's going to go ahead and undercharge this as well. Get a couple licks in, and then, yeah, just going to pretty much throw a Body Slam. I don't even think a Dark Pulse is going to KO here. So the opponent's going to have to go for a Sludge Wave. Let's see. Are they going to throw a Dark Pulse? They're going to get nervous. Is this a Dark Pulse? Is it a Dark Pulse? It is a Dark Pulse. Yeah, he survives. Okay. I figured he would. Just barely able to get to this next Body Slam, though. But the Licks were doing more damage than the Snarls were, which is saying a lot, because Lick is resisted and Snarl is not. So, yeah. So says the green man in the top right corner. Okay, so I hope I put these in the right order. I cut them up a bit. Or they were cut up, and then I pasted them together. Alright, going up against... I don't know what that said. Alright, going up against a Wigglytuff. This is absolutely terrible. Gonna go ahead and safe switch into the Lickitung. Hopefully they switch out. But they're staying in, I guess, realizing that, hey, like, because the Wigglytuff versus Snorlax matchup is really good. This doesn't seem like it would be as good. But, yeah, because, like, in the Zero Shield, Snorlax loses that real hard. But Lickitung, on the other hand, yeah, I was going to say, he's going to get shields here with this Lickitung. Oh, can he get to another one? Look at that. That is clean. Alright, getting to another Body Slam here. This is much better than the Snorlax matchup. So he's able to take a shield there, which is pretty good. Like, I wouldn't even mind about going down there. Because he's able to do a ton of damage and get a shield. So what is he going to do? He's going to come in with the Machoke. This is risky. This is risky. Alright, going to go ahead and shield that player off. That would have done massive damage. Going to go ahead and Karate Chop that thing into the ground. What's going to come out? A Mew. This is absolutely terrible. His only response to a Mew was the Lickitung. Although, I mean, like, Marowak isn't that bad. It's not terrible. The opponent's going to go ahead and throw a Flame Charge to buff up the Shadow Claw damage. Now he's going to go ahead and bait with the Bone Club. Kind of has to bait here. He does get the last shield. Now he's going to be able to go for the Shadow Bone to take it out. Yeah, so the matchup between Mew and Alolan Marowak isn't so bad for the Alolan Marowak. As long as you can land a Shadow Bone, you're okay. The opponent comes in with their own Alolan Marowak. This is not great, but he is able to win the CMP tie, or maybe he beat him to it. I couldn't tell, to be honest. Shadow Bone's going to come through. It's going to do a lot of damage. It was a CMP tie, so very nice. Able to win that CMP tie. That's what 10-15 is good for. Or 10-15-15 is good for. And now, he gets to dynamic punch this thing into the ground. I think he mentioned this in the battle submission form. Very nice. Very nice. So far, Machoke, it's not doing too much work, but look, we're only like 2 or 3 battles in here, so we'll get to see some more Machoke action here. But Lickitung, on the other hand, I'm now seeing why it's rated at #1 on PvPoke. This thing looks like a beast. It's pretty much the safest switch you can get in this meta. Well, not super safe, because there are Shadow Machamps crawling about, but, you know, there's not that many of them. Besides when I'm playing. Alright, so the opponent goes for a Bone Club, so very nice bait there. I wasn't counting because, like, that didn't... maybe he was one fire spin behind. I think he was one fire spin behind. He's going to go ahead and bait as well with the Bone Club. And both of them call and baits. But he gets an extra fire spin in, so I think that means they're actually even on energy now. And the opponent baits again. What is this? Stop baiting each other. That's for... No, don't do that. They're baiting each other with their whacks. They're whacking each other off. I'll stop. Okay. Wasn't paying attention. Was that another bait? Oh my god. These oh my god, these goddamn AWACs baiting each other over here. Alright, gonna go ahead and save switch into the Lickitung. This is a good matchup for Lickitung, but I think the opponent's probably gonna go for a wild charge and then dip, so he doesn't get licked down. Body slam coming through, that would have done a big chunk of damage there. Gonna go ahead and probably shield this. I don't know, it depends. He can survive a wild charge from a Mew though. Oh, and the opponent baits with a Thunder Punch, so very nice. This is gonna be another Thunder Punch here. Could shield it. Since he called the bait, no big deal to shield this. And should be able to... Okay, there's a Wigglytuff in the back. Okay, so this is... Can you get to 2 Body Slams? Alright, so I was wondering, like... I'm assuming Body Slam is definitely more energy efficient than Power Whip, just because it gets stab on it, and Body Slam is a pretty good move. But if you're only going to get the 1 charge move, does Power Whip do more damage? Interesting facts that I'll never need to know. Alright, so going with the Machoke. Oh, God. Unfortunately, not able to get to the Dynamic Punch. That Dynamic Punch probably would have taken out the Wigglytuff, but, yeah. Alright, so, Machoke did his best, okay? He did his best. But he lost the CMP tie, unfortunately. Alright. Brandy, I am the liquor. Going up against Sigh. Hopefully I didn't breathe that directly into the microphone there. Alright, another... Wait, what is this? What is this? What is going on here? He's actually going to stay in this time. He's like, nah, fuck this Wigglytuff. I'm going to punch him into the ground. I think this might be a better option, though, because, like, he... You know... I don't know. I guess coming with the Marowak now. Yeah, because, like, Lickitung is going to lose. It doesn't have to lose, but I don't know. This is probably better just to sack the Machoke totally. Alright, so going to let this player up come through. It's not going to do all that much damage. Going to be able to farm down. And hopefully there's not another Mew in the back. Actually, he's got Lickitung this time, so it's not too bad. Alright, going to come in with a Bite, Alolan Raticate. This is pretty bad. This Alolan Raticate is going to also resist the Licks. But he looks like he blind swapped into his Hypno. So this is a pretty good matchup for the Lickitung here. And that's not a Focus Blast, so should be okay. Shadow Ball is going to be double resisted. He's going to go ahead and shield one of these punches. He is going to have to shield eventually, so that makes sense to shield one of these. And he's going to spam out a few Body Slams, hopefully preventing the opponent from getting an extra Confusion through. He does prevent the opponent from getting an extra Confusion through, which is very nice. I really wish he didn't have to do that. Like, the game should work as intended. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that we have to go to all these lengths to prevent people from getting... Like, imagine somebody gets in Incinerate. You know, Incinerate, the new move, that it's a 5-turn move. Like, Confusion is a 4-turn move. Imagine somebody sneaking in and Incinerate. That's so much energy that they just gain because the game is broken. Oh my god, Niantic. You suck. Alright, so these... Okay, so Bite is a very heavy-hitting move, right? And he's, like, surviving these bites somehow to get to another Body Slam. So this is pretty rough. I don't know if he can win this one because he's just going to get bit down. Yeah. Alolan Raticate with Bite is... Honestly, like, I used an Alolan Raticate with Quick Attack. But, yeah, I think Bite might be the way to go. You're not going to get to really any charge moves. Like, he got to a charge move there just to, you know, finish the game, basically. I don't even know. Actually, I have no idea why he threw because he would have just been able to bite down. Alright, we got another set here. Okay. So in between sets there, I decided to try to fix the camera a little bit, and it's actually looking okay now. I'm a little bit blue, I think, but altogether pretty nice, right? Hopefully, well, unfortunately, this means I'm probably not the Hulk, but I mean, I'm not really the Hulk, am I? You gotta tell me if I'm the Hulk. Okay, anyway, so in this next set, he changed his lead to Wigglytuff instead of Machoke, which, you know, makes sense. Machoke wasn't doing too much. But hey, I'd love to see Machoke in like a different meta where fighters are a little bit more relevant. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at this this other team here. And we're still going to see the power of Lickitung. That's what this video is really about. And I think I got a couple of bonus battles as well, and we might go through those as well. Alright, so picking up lead against Raichu. This is pretty bad for the Raichu, but it's a Charm Raichu. That's a spice pick. Yeah, it's really bad for the Raichu if it's a Charm Raichu. Okay, so the opponent safe switches, I guess safe switches into the Wigglytuff there. And this is pretty good for the Alolan Marowak. The thing is, like, if you want to win as the Wigglytuff, you have to shield Bone Clubs, and it really hurts to shield a Bone Club. It really does. And at this point, he can actually let this come through if he wants. He doesn't have to shield this to win switch advantage, but he wants to retain a little bit of health. And because of shielding that, now he can actually just farm down, and he's going to have a ton of energy for whatever comes in next. He's actually got 2 Shadow Bones, so this is really nice. That shield was definitely worthwhile. But if you wanted to let that go through, you could have just thrown a Bone Club, and he would have been able to win that. So the opponent's going to come back in with the Raichu, it looks like, because I saw a Charm go through. And he switches into his own Wigglytuff because a Charm went through while he was throwing that Shadow Bone, and I'm pretty sure it would have come close to KOing. And they're running Brick Break. Yeah, that's spicy. That's real spicy. I think Volt Switch is the way to go. So the opponent switches into a Venusaur, and he's going to go ahead and switch into his Marowak and throw this Shadow Bone. It's going to do a ton of damage, and the opponent gets the defense debuff, and those 2 Fire Spins did a ton. Now he's going to come in to farm down with a Lickitung. A Razor Leaf Venusaur. Who is this? Who is this man? Someone come get this man. I'd love to see that team work. I mean, for real, a Charm Raichu. The first time I ever found out that Raichu had Charm, I was like, why? Why? But, you know, hey, Raichu has a really cool moveset. It's got Skull Bash. I want to use this. I want to use it with Skull Bash. I think I might even do that for another video, even though I've already put Raichu in 2 of my videos now. Glass Cannon Challenge, as well as the Double Electric team, which apparently there was already a Double Electric video done by Toe Technical. Of course, I did it late. Alright, anyway, so he gets into a matchup with another Alolan Marowak. Going to be throwing a Shadow Bone and landing it. He's going to go ahead and shield the opponent's Shadow Bone coming through, and the opponent switches into a Wigglytuff. This is pretty good for the Alolan Marowak. Obviously, Wigglytuff can win, but it just depends. He's a little ahead on energy, but the Wigglytuff had a full bar of health here. So he's going to go ahead and throw another Bone Club. I'm pretty sure if he shields once, he should be okay. But he only has 1 shield, so he's barely not able to get to that Bone Club. I don't know if this is worth a shield, but let's see. He's going to go ahead and let it come through. It's going to be taking him out. And then he's probably going to come back in with the Wigglytuff. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, coming back in with the Wigglytuff to farm down here. And let's see what comes back in. Doesn't want to reveal his last Pokemon. It's going to be that Alolan Marowak, but it's Alolan Marowak barely has any health here. So he's just going to be able to charm this down. What's in the back? Show me the Machamp. Where is it? Bring him out. No, it's a Hypno. Okay, this is fine then. At this point, I don't even know if it's worth throwing the Body Slam, because you're going to have to get to 3 Body Slams. He's definitely just going to shield anything you throw. So, yeah, I just could shield this Thunder Punch. Obviously, if they're running Shadow Ball, then, you know, you're going to have to go for punches here. Unless you're me, then you're going to be going for a Focus Blast, because I am crazy. Alright, so he's got the 2 Body Slams here. He's going to go ahead and chuck both of them to get both shields. Unfortunately, the opponent gets a confusion through. Again, Niantic, please fix that. That's not a thing that should happen, because there's like no guarantee on trying to get those. It pisses me off. It pisses me off when I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I'm going to win this, and then the opponent gets 1 extra confusion through, and that's what wins them the game. Like, really? Okay, anyway, he's going to be able to win this. No problem. Sorry, I had a couple people when I was out getting some groceries today. I had 2 different people. I don't know anybody, by the way. I'm a homebody. I have agoraphobia, so I don't really leave the house all that much. And I had 2 people drive by me. One of them shouted "loser," and the other one shouted "you're a bitch" at my girlfriend, at my fiance. I was like, what neighborhood do I live in here? I fucking hate this neighborhood. All right, anyway, I'm bitching about a lot of stuff here. I'm sorry. All right, so he gets into a lead with the Shadow Snorlax. This is absolutely amazing for the Wigglytuff. Doesn't even have to shield this. Even if it's a superpower, he will survive. He's going to go ahead and shield to preserve some health, because now all he has to do is spend 1 shield here, and now he's got a bunch of health, and he's going to be able to charm this thing down. I guess that could have been like an Earthquake or something. I wasn't counting the licks. How the hell do you even count licks anyway? Alright, so I didn't see what came in, but he's going for Ice Beam, so I'm assuming it's something that does not want to see an Ice Beam. It is a Beedrill. Okay, so yeah, Beedrill would be resisting the charms. He's going to go ahead and switch into his Marowak. Okay, this is interesting. So now he's going to get into another mirror match here, and he kind of has to bait here because the opponent has 2 shields. So if he wants to land a Shadow Bone, he's really got to get a shield away from him, and then hope that the opponent is not willing to spend both shields here, because he's going to be able to... Maybe the opponent has Shadow Ball instead of Shadow Bone, because Seems like, okay, yeah, he's going to let it go, which makes sense. As the opponent, you don't want to spend both shields there. Like, if you get baited and you know that it's a Shadow Bone and not a Shadow Ball, you know you can survive it. So he's going to be able to get to another Bone Club here. So this is fine. Should be able to survive this. And then can't just go for a Bone Club to take it out. Or trying to switch out, looks like. He's going to be able to farm down. Alright, going to throw a Shadow Bone into this Beedrill. This Beedrill does not want to see this Shadow Bone. It's going to get absolutely demolished by that. Alright, so he's going to switch into his Lickitung now. These are some pro plays coming out here from I Am the Licker. Stuff that I can't pull off, that's for damn sure. Alright, going to shield the X-Scissor there, which would have barely done anything, but, you know, whatever. Preserve some health on the Lickitung. Could have been a Drill Run. You never know. And, yep, might as well shield it, because now you get to win with 3 Pokemon still alive. Alright, and cool shirt, by the way, on your avatar. That's the shirt you want to wear. Alright, going up against Isaac Fulton. Why does it sound like a supervillain's name? Dr. Isaac Fulton. Alright, probably not going up against Isaac Fulton, because error 6, most likely. Alright, going up against a frickin' noob. He's gonna win. Watch this guy win. Classic trick. Pretend that you're a noob, and then you win. Alright, so picks up a really positive lead here. Going to be double resisting those Dragon Breaths. The opponent's going to safe switch into a Lapras. And he's going to go ahead and go into his Lickitung. This seems like it would be pretty good for the Lickitung, but you do have to watch out for a Skull Bash. I was not counting the Ice Shards there, but this seems way too short to be a Skull Bash. It takes 4 Ice Shards to get to a Surf, and then it takes 8 to get to a Skull Bash, and 6 to an Ice Beam. But he does have Power Whip here, so it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be doing a ton of damage. And then can comfortably tank this Surf right here. It's going to be no problem. And then should be able to just lick this thing down. Let's see what comes back in. It's going to be that Gyarados, but he's going to be able to get to this Body Slam before he goes down. And Gyarados is pretty squishy in all the leagues, but especially in the Great League. It takes a lot of damage. Alright, so going to be able to do a ton of damage there, just with the couple Charms as well as the Body Slam and the Licks. Going to go ahead and let this Aqua Tail come through. It's going to do a little bit of chip damage there, and the opponent's going to safe switch into, or not safe switch, just switch into their Marowak, and he's going to switch into his own Marowak. And this is pretty dangerous here. If he can get one extra Fire Spin through, shields a Shadow Bone, so that's huge. If you can get one extra Fire Spin through, then he'll be able to be ahead on energy. But unfortunately, the opponent just got another free Fire Spin right there, or just the first free Fire Spin. But he does get the bait. So at this point, yeah, it's going to be rough. He shields another Shadow Bone. Okay, so the opponent is really not trying to bait here. All right, so he has to land a bait. If he wants to get the shield and land a Shadow Bone, he has to land a bait here. So he lands the bait, nice, and then he should be able to get to this next Shadow Bone. But does he win the CMP tie? No, he does not. Okay, so this is gonna take him out? It takes him out. Okay, so now he's just got the Wigglytuff left. This is pretty rough. So he's gonna get hit by a Bone Club. I think you actually have to throw here, unfortunately. Like, as much as that energy would be nice in the next matchup, I think you actually have to throw, or otherwise, yeah. So that was pretty close. That was pretty close. Very good effort as the condescending avatar claps in your favor. Good effort. Good effort. I hate that avatar sometimes. All right, going up against Marianne Nixon. Marianne Nixon. I don't know. All right, picks up the best possible lead you can ever imagine. And then the opponent's going to safe switch into a Marowak, and this time he's going to go into his Lickitung. The problem with the Lickitung matchup, and the same thing with the Snorlax matchup, is that the charge moves are resisted. Body Slam is double resisted, and, well, he can go for Power Whip. So, and I think Lickitung, is it Licky that has Shadow Ball? It's just Licky that has Shadow Ball, right? So, yeah, I think otherwise you'd be using Shadow Ball. That would be that would make the most sense. Anyway, so yeah, but with the Snorlax matchup, like you can chuck as many Body Slams as you want, and they basically do nothing. And Superpower, obviously, you don't want to throw that because it's double resisted. But either way, he came out of this matchup with a ton of energy. Is what I'm trying to say. My mouth is just not putting the words out that my brain is thinking up. All right, so able to get both of these Body Slams off, so that's going to be really nice here. I really thought he was going to go down to Dragon Breaths before he got the second one off. And now he can come back in with a Wigglytuff, and the opponent's definitely going to switch into something else. It's going to be a regular Muck here. And this is pretty good, because the Poison Jabs are resisted because of that Ghost typing, and the Bone Club is super effective. And even, like, I'm assuming it's more energy efficient to go for Shadow Bone here, because Bone Club kind of sucks. Even though Shadow Bone would be neutral, I think, yeah, but the opponent has 2 shields, which I knew he's gonna, you're gonna have to bait. But I'm thinking, I don't know. I remember this from like Season 1 in Go Battle League. If you're an Alolan Marowak versus a Registeel, then going for Shadow Ball is actually more energy efficient than going for Bone Club, even though Shadow Ball is neutral and Bone Club is super effective. Just that's how bad Bone Club is. Alright, but either way, he's going to be able to farm this thing down. The opponent switches into the Dragonair to get absolutely demolished. And then, yeah, they're going to quit out. Alrighty then. So pretty good battles here, and Lickitung's looking absolutely amazing for this meta. It really is. Alright, we got some bonus battles to check out here. I don't know what we're about to watch, but let's give it a shot. Alright, so we got Wigglytuff, Lickitung, and Alolan Marowak again. Let's see what kind of bonus battles we got for us. Alright, going up against 33 Markman. Alright. Wigglytuff into Galarian, or no, regular Rapidash. Shiny regular Rapidash from Kanto. That's a bad matchup. So he's going to safe switch into his Alolan Marowak and go for Bone Clubs here. Kanto Rapidash, both the Rapidashes are really squishy. This Bone Club's going to do super effective damage. Can do quite a bit. So he's got to watch out for Drill Run, because Drill Run's going to do a lot of damage. The opponent goes for Flame Charge. Flame Charge costs more energy, but it does boost your attack, and if you think your opponent's going to shield, then it's the way to go. Incinerate is a 5-turn move, so you got to be real careful when you're going up against these things, because if they sneak in one extra Incinerate, that's like 5 turns worth of energy. So if you're using like a 2-turn fast move, you're going to get demolished. So that Rapidash just took out the Marowak, and he's going to lick down with the Lickitung. Alright, so he's revealed all 3 of his Pokemon, unfortunately, because that Rapidash was doing some serious work there. And the opponent's going to come in with a Wigglytuff. And again, this is pretty good for the Wigglytuff, but he's going to be able to spam out some of these body slams and possibly get the last shield here, depending on whether or not this Wigglytuff is intending to stay in. He's going to switch into his own Wigglytuff, thinking that the Rapidash is probably their only response to a Charmer, and he's right, because the Hypno is going to do pretty poorly here. He's going to be able to get a shield with this player up, I would imagine, and then the Hypno is going to get pretty much licked down. But if they decide, yeah, he's going to decide to farm down, so it's a pretty nice move on the Hypno's end. So now he's going to be able to, he's going to have to get hit by at least 1 punch here, probably 2 punches. So he's going to let the first one come through. It's going to be a Fire Punch. So he's just going to lick a little bit more, and the opponent's going to have to go for more punches here. He's going to have to shield one of these, I would imagine, but he doesn't want to, because the, yeah, I think you kind of have to, I think you need to save the shield. Alright, so 2 Body Slams are going to be coming through, and they're going to be taking out the Hypno, almost. And then the Wigglytuff is in the back. I guess you don't have to. You could have shielded that. I don't know. Does the Wigglytuff have a charge move? I don't know. That was really close, though. The Hypno just absolutely gets obliterated. Alright, so that is the first bonus battle we got. We got 1 more extra battle here. This one is with Machoke, but this time he's using Lickitung as a lead. And is that a Machoke safe switch? Is that what I saw there? Is Machoke a safe switch? Questions I'll never need to know. Alright, going up against Young Tongue. Change your name, dude. Alright, so picks up a lead against an Alolan Muck. This is, I don't know, this isn't great, because the opponent's going to be resisting the licks because of that dark typing on the Alolan Muck. And but the thing is, they both get the charge moves around the same time, but Dark Pulse hits a little bit harder. I don't know. Let's see. It's probably going to be a Sludge Wave. I don't know. Let's see. Is it going to be a bait? It is a bait. A lot of people have been baiting, I think, because they're used to going up against a Snorlax, and Snorlax a lot squishier than Lickitung. But I think in the Lickitung matchup, you just go for Sludge Wave, because your opponent's not likely to shield, because it doesn't, yeah, it's not going to KO. Lickitung's a lot thicker. Alright, going to go ahead and shield this Sludge Wave there. Very nice shield, and then he's going to be able to lick down. The opponent actually switches out into a Slowbro. But this is, what? No. Bad, don't do that. No. This Power Whip's going to do super effective damage. He actually gets a shield. Okay, I was going to say, does the opponent not know? Alright, so now he's going to switch into his Alolan Marowak here. Does Slowbro even have a water type move? It does. Okay, I thought it did. I was like, it does, right? Because it's a water type. Alright, so he's going to be able to, he's going to go ahead and bait. Which makes sense, because I think the opponent's probably going to shield this. And he does get the last shield, and now he's going to be able to go for the Shadow Bone before he gets to another Water Pulse. Water Pulse is a pretty crappy move, so if you want to use Slowbro, I wouldn't use it because of the water move that it has. You know what I mean? I'd use it for its typing. But Slowbro's not a bad pick. Alright, and there's just a Hypno in the back. Can he get to this Shadow Bone? The opponent tries to sack swap, but did it way too early. So now he's going to be able to throw this Shadow Bone into the Hypno. And it's actually not going to KO, right? It's a Shadow Hypno, but yeah, it's not going to KO. So now he's going to just switch into the Lickitung and lick it down. I think the opponent knew there that that was their demise. So very nice. Okay, those are some good bonus battles. I dig it. Alright. Ba-boom. And look, my camera, it has fixed itself. It decided, hey Shrady, you're okay. You're no longer the Hulk. I'm not... Seriously, you gotta tell me if I'm the Hulk, because I need to know that kind of thing. I need to know if one day I'm gonna get really angry, which happens a lot, and I'm just gonna burst into a big green monster and... Look, I'll stop talking about this. Alright, but you gotta tell me if I'm the Hulk. I need to know. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like rating down below. And if you're new to the channel and you're still watching this video, it's like a 35-minute long video. I don't know. It's probably a lot shorter than that because I'm gonna cut a lot of it out. But if you're still watching the video, come on. You know you want to subscribe. You know you got to. Susan Wojcicki came down from the heavens, she parted the clouds, and she said to the world,
subscribe or I'll make Azumarill stronger.
So you better do what she says. Alright guys, take it easy.